इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी। ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Every day, we bring in exciting and high potential franchise business opportunities from across the industry. Over the past 27 years, Franchise India has proudly helped thousands of investors finding the right franchise business opportunities and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. Franchise India, as world's largest integrated franchise solution company, our role is to make sure that your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct opportunity to connect with the brand founders, the key stakeholders, understand the business opportunities in detail, and openly ask questions related to franchise, the investment, the growth before you take an actual decision. In today's webinar, we will talk about the opportunity with Lukson. Lukson is a new age lab grown diamond jewelry brand built on the strong legacy and expertise of the JK Star Group, a diamond manufacturing and trading powerhouse with over 34 years of industry leadership. Founded by the third generation jeweler Anand Lukhi and Vedant Lukhi, Lukson represents the group's modern brand into the fast-growing, ethnic, affordable, fine luxury jewelry segment. With 3 operational stores in Mumbai, Pune, and Hyderabad, and 9 more outlets currently in the setup stage, the brand is aggressively expanding through franchise across the high potential metro cities, including Delhi NCR, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, etc., and many other cities, targeting young, influent professionals and modern lifestyle consumers. If you really want to be a part of this success journey, stay tuned because today I'm joined with the founder himself. We have Anand with us today, who's the founder of this brand. Apart from that, we also have Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She's the managing director of Franchise India Group. We have Ashish Voda. He is our channel partner from Mumbai and a jewelry expert. We have Siddharth. We have Sujoy, who's the business head from Mumbai. Before I, request Sony ma'am to, set the context of this webinar, I would also like to inform all the viewers that you also have opportunity to ask, any sort of questions that you would have. As I told you, in case if you will have any question, my request is to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box, and we will take them up once the presentation is over. Now, may I request Sony ma'am to set the context, and then we will move on. Then we will also go with the introduction of Anand, and then that's how we'll go ahead. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Bharat. And friends, a very good afternoon to all of you. And like Bharat said, this is a very special franchise opportunity with Lukson, which is focused on lab-grown diamond jewelry, founded by Anand, who is in fact the third generation diamandaire, who started the brand to democratize the overall diamond jewelry by offering designed at pieces that are more affordable, transparent, and more importantly, I would say sustainable. And the brand Lukson is a vertically integrated brand, which is backed by JK Star Group, which the diamond and the jewelry large, it's a very large conglomerate, behind the brand, and has been operating in the industry since 1990s. And they specialize in diamond manufacturing, polishing, sourcing, they're exporting, and they're also wholesale distribution of white and polished diamonds in the global market and also the Indian market. Now, when we look at a lot of players in the industry today, with many players already operating, the advantage today goes to vertically integrated players like Lukson, and especially when consolidation happens, strong brands win on story, trust, and overall, omni-channel presence. So through its entire group structure, it spans the entire value chain from rough diamond sourcing to cutting of finished jewelry, which brings a very strong value proposition for franchise partners and the end customers alike. So better margins for franchise partners, as they typically get a wholesale purchase margins directly from the manufacturer, and they buy inventory from Lukson at a preferential price without any layers in between. This is something I would say is very, very important, and which also means there's a differentiated pricing also for the end consumer. So friends, before we move into the presentation, let me also give you a certain structure of this webinar. We'll talk about the industry at large. We'll talk about the proposition that Lukson is bringing for our investors. And finally, we'll take you through the business model, our ask, and the profile of partners that we're looking at. But having said that, we currently have locations which are operating. And at the same time, the team at Lukson has also logged a lot of other prime locations in malls in many other cities, which during the course of our presentation, we'll run you through that. The entire business operations would be owned and operated by a franchise partner. So before going to the presentation, Anand, can I request you to perhaps set a perspective on, the journey, how it started, and maybe the broader, proposition for our investors and our consumers today in the market?
Yes, sure, Sonia. Hi, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day. So, just to brief about myself. So, I have a background with a bachelor's in administration from Australia, and I worked at a conglomerate in Australia called as Michael Hill. They have 350 stores across Australia and Canada. So, there's where the retail side came out. And once back to India, the lab grown diamond industry was booming. In USA, currently 60% of the entire diamond jewelry market is already lab grown diamonds. And India is following that trend very well. Since the past 3 years, there has been a significant growth in the lab grown jewelry consumption in India. And looking at the growth that we witnessed in US, my group company decided to enter into the growing space in lab grown diamonds. So in India, just to give a context, there would be hardly 20 companies who are able to successfully grow the diamonds, and we are proud to be one of them, because it's a very complicated process wherein we have to get the temperatures right, the right number of gases in right proportion, to make sure that the growing of the diamond happens in a smooth way, and it reaches the correct height with the correct color and purity. So we managed to do that, and currently we have 350 plus reactors which are operational and many more in pipeline. And after that, a group company is also into manufacturing, cutting and polishing of those diamonds, further making the jewelry, and then wholesaling it. So there's where the idea of retailing came in. So we thought that if we have the whole supply chain, if we enter the retail space, we'll be able to provide that value addition to the end users, when we'll be able to build a brand in a way that our supply chain is sorted and our retail plan falls in place, wherein backed by marketing. So there's where the idea of Luxon came in, and we started our operations in February 2025. And since then, we have decided to scale it on, and that's pretty much it. So the bet that we are playing on is the industry growth. So last year, the industry, retail industry of lab-grown diamond jewelry was at $300 million in India, which is expected to reach $1.2 billion in the next 7 to 8 years. So the year-on-year growth of this industry is phenomenal, and the future that it has is very optimistic. And the product itself is revolutionary. That is the reason why we are very confident. If, for example, if a jeweler who's in the industry since 50 years, if one lab-grown diamond is kept in front of them and one mine diamond is kept, no chance that anyone would be able to identify the difference between the two. So that is where the real benefit of lab-grown diamond jewelry comes in, wherein India being a huge market, wherein only the natural diamond consumption stands at 2 to 3%. So there's a wide range of audience who does not have access to diamonds, and that is where we wish to step up and make sure that every household in India has a diamond jewelry. So that is why our prices starts from just 390, 3999, which is like 4,000 rupees, up to 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs. So we want everyone to wear diamond jewelry. So that is where our goal and our mission is. And looking forward to partners like you guys to scale it up further, faster, in a very organic way. Yeah. So that is about it from my end. And we'll also like to share a video of our own growing unit in Surat, in Ichhapur. So that will give you all a context about how this and how do we manage to grow these diamonds. So that you can share the video.
Right. I'm playing the video. Unfortunately, there's no sound. It will just
Sure.
to give you the overview how thing happens. Yep. All right. So that was the video. I would now request Siddharth to proceed further with the presentation.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Anand. Hi, everyone. Uh, Good afternoon. Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you for joining today. We will be starting off with showing you how and when the journey started. Lukson is a vertically integrated lab-grown diamond jewelry brand. That means we grow our own diamonds, something that you saw in the video right now. We have an in-house design team who manufactures and builds the jewelry in-house. So all our designs are unique, and we also are now into retailing through our omni-channel approach, which means we sell both online and offline. To walk you through the presentation today, we'll be looking at our legacy. Uh, the parent organization, JK Star Group, a very well-renowned group in diamond trading and B2B wholesale, um, was instituted in 1993 with over 34 years of group company history. We have now scaled across various different industries, B2B as well as D2C, both within the subcontinent India and also cross-border. We have offices in Hong Kong as well as New York. JK Star Group comprises of and is one of the only vertically integrated conglomerate in the industry. We are built on a synergy of five companies. The JK Star themselves, Manufacturing and Trading, which is a 2,500 crore revenue company. Lotus Goldsmith, which looks at B2B diamond jewelry in the domestic market. Green Star is a daughter company which is into B2B export, both and premium jewelry in USA. AVP Star in the lab-grown diamond growing as well as manufacturing operations in India. And the first time ever Lukson, which is the company's new age consumer brand, specifically offering ethically crafted lab-grown diamond in a D2C format. Across all the five group companies, we have about 2,000 plus group company strength. And here is the new generation which is now taking over. This video that you saw was from Green Star, which is a daughter company of the JK Star Group. We are held together by a bond of trust. This is the foundation on which JK Star's group journey began in 1993. In 2021, after about 28 years of experience, we started in the B2B domestic diamond jewelry trading. Moving forward, when the lab-grown industry boom came, we set up a manufacturing unit in Surat and started growing in-house. And then moving towards D2C, Anand and Vedant, were the third generation, are now pouring into the D2, the lab-grown diamond jewelry omni-channel approach. Anand, would you like to take over from here?
Sure. So, as I was mentioning earlier, the industry as a whole, now industries which are upcoming, which are lucrative, those industries are the one that investors will be most keen on, and this industry is one of them. The growth at which it is expanding is significant, as we can see that the market size in 2022 was around zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.4 billion, which is expected to reach cross $2 billion in the next 10 years, which has been a significant growth with time. And the CAGR is expected to be around 20 to 25%, which is significant. And we are not only competing with jewelry brands, so the entire fashion space is our competition. And that further expands our market and makes it a 100 billion market to address. And so, talking about the positioning, so we want to make a brand positioning which is for the mass premium segment. Yeah, sorry for that. So as you can see that competitors like Palmonas, Jiva, Swarovski, so these are brands who are already in the market. But where we wish to differentiate is we would want to offer low pricing, affordable pricing, but extremely high quality products. So for us, what matters is the perceived value of what people are buying should be much higher than the actual value of it. So there's where our positioning plays. And if you also see, there are brands like Majuri and Monica Vinader, which are international brands. Monica Vinader is a UK based brand, and Majuri is a US based brand. So these are the brands who have already established their presence significantly in their respective markets, and that is what we wish to be. And we are significantly constantly improving in terms of our distribution, in terms of our product quality to reach there. Yeah. So coming to our USPs, so the major benefit that we are getting is our supply chain. The fact that we control the end-to-end process of the diamonds, this allows us two things. Primarily, it allows us to have control over the product, over the quality, and over the timings. Like in the industry, for engagement, for daily wear, a lot of, for rings especially, people have different sizes. So the benefit that it gives us is we can give make to order products in a much faster speed compared to others. And in today's day and time, people don't like to wait. Example, if some brand is telling them that for a make to order products 30 days you have to wait, so that is something that customers are not willing to wait for so long. That same service, because of our integration, we are able to provide in 10 to 15 days, and sometimes even faster, so that we don't miss on to any opportunity. And the second and the most important benefit is the pricing benefit. So because we are able to source the product at a lower rate, we are able to pass on that benefit to the franchisee holder, and that benefit is also passed on to the end user. Since the lab grown diamond jewelry, it is a very commoditized market, so having a cost benefit will always be of great help in the future as well, wherein we are also seeing a lot of competition growing. So in this competitive market, the what differentiates us will be the advantage that we just spoke about. And also to mention, the entire designing process is in-house. We have a team of designers who make every design in-house, and we have more than 2000 designs uniquely crafted. So we are also developing different technologies, like we are making a ring right now, so that particular one ring can be worn in different sizes. So there are a lot of R&D in terms of product which is also going on, and that will also, we are in process of making a lab grown diamond ring which is made of the diamond. The ring itself is a diamond. So these kind of different products are going to be launched, which will give us a benefit and which will be marketed also. And also, quality check is in-house. Once a product is ready, we have a team of quality control in our Mumbai office, which makes sure that every aspect of the jewelry is perfect, the pre-polishing, and making sure that the fire and the shine of the diamond is the same that is expected to be. There shouldn't be any issues with the product quality, with the dust particles. So we make sure that the quality is 100% up to the mark before approving it. And there are a lot of rejections also which go back to the manufacturing unit. It goes through the process again and then it comes back, because unless we are satisfied with the quality, we do not approve them. And also there are a certain common features and facilities that everyone offers, but we are offering it in a different way. For example, we offer free lifetime plating. So this is something that every company is not able to offer. And we are playing heavily on this because we want that people who buy from us, they should never feel that our jewelry is not valued for. So we offer lifetime free plating, 7 days return, lifetime buyback policy. So lifetime buyback policy also ensures and creates trust in the consumer's mind that whatever they're buying has significant value and they were never going to lose it, unlike cars. And we also provide SGL and IGI certificates. So these are external third party labs which certify the jewelry. So that is something that we do. And yeah, also we mentioned about the group company. So we know that we come from a background which is rich in terms of values, in terms of business ethics, in terms of how business operations are carried through. And coming from a strong financial and operational background, it allows us to create SOPs. It allows us to make sure that the work is carried on in a standardized process, and we know that how we make sure that all the stakeholders in the company benefit. Then only it will be a long term long term successful model. And so whatever business we are doing, we are intending to carry it lifetime. It's going to be a legacy brand that we are creating here. So this group company integration benefits us in that way. Yeah, we can move on to the next. So this, the first image that you all can see on the left, can we just go up? This is our factory in Surat. And the next image is the other factory. Both of them are in Surat, and these are the growing reactors that we have. So each reactors in the cycle of a rough diamond is 24 to 30 days. So each reactor is operational continuously day in and day out to make sure that these diamonds are properly formed. Yeah, and those are the diamond seeds and the rough diamonds that are come. And these all these images are live. They are from our own factories and our own supplies. Yeah, and the technology, there are two types of technology in lab grown. One is CVD and one is HPHT. So Indian growers are more into CVD, which is chemical vapor composition. These are the two techniques of growing a lab grown diamond, and our company is into CVD growing technology, which is being very fruitful to us. Yeah, can move on. Yeah, so talking about the, as I mentioned about the pricing. So our positioning is very clear. We want to target the Gen Zs and the millennials of today because they are the ones who are going to have the maximum purchasing power in the future. So our designs, our whole idea behind the brand is to cater to daily jewelry market, wherein people who are aged between 25 to 45 are our ideal customer base who want to buy jewelry for everyday wear, for as a sense of fashion, and especially the young couples who are there, aspirational buyers, then the working women. So these are people who are our target audience, and working professionals who want to wear jewelry on a daily basis. They want to try different jewelry, whereas they want a diamond. Buying a natural diamond would restrict the number of pieces they can own. With lab grown diamond, that problem is solved with a very easy way. And as we mentioned that we start at 3999, so this gives a benefit to the end user of owning multiple jewelry pieces, diamond jewelry pieces, at a very thin price tag of 4000 rupees. And this is only possible because of the integration that we have, and this is a benefit that will be with us for a lifetime. And talking about the product, we have our jewelry in 14 and 18 karat pure gold, and also 18 karat vermil. 18 karat vermil is basically a thick shield of gold over sterling silver. This gold is generally 2.5 microns. And we have also launched 9 karat gold collection, and we are expanding our product base so that we can cater to the different requirements. Yeah, as far as the positioning goes, as we discussed earlier, we want to be positioned as a everyday luxury brand, and we don't want to enter a space of heavy bridal jewelry. We are very targeted towards the product line that we are offering, and our whole idea is to offer daily wear jewelry, which is highly modern, trendy pieces, which is for everyday wear. And we are further expanding into couple bands, into engagement rings. So these are our core product lines that we are offering. And clearly, all up depending based on all these points, we are clearly targeting the mass premium audience. We don't wish to cater the elite 0.01% population. And the target audience that we are catering to is huge in India, which is the mass premium segment, mid income people who have the highest spending capacity. Yeah, so coming to our retail expansion in February, when we started online and we witnessed phenomenal growth since we started. So that's how we got confidence of scaling in terms of stores, because we got numerous requests as well that do you have a store in Delhi? Do you have a store in Hyderabad? Do you have a store in this location, that location? So that is what built confidence in us that retail is something that we should definitely expand to, because it is getting us that we are getting it from the consumers that where is your shop? They want to buy Lukson. So based on that, we started our first store in PMC Pune, Phoenix Market City, Pune, and further we expanded into Hyderabad. We currently have 3 operational stores and another 9 which are already signed. As you can see on the map, out of which 3 are going to be in Gurugram, one in Delhi, which is in DLF Mall itself, then Ahmedabad, Bombay, Pune. So we want to expand nationwide. We don't want to be restricted to a particular location. Noida is there, Hyderabad, Chennai, even Calcutta. So we want to establish a presence pan India and make sure that the brand makes noise. Yeah. So coming to our marketing efforts, so we just came into a collaboration with Vani Kapoor. So Vani Kapoor is a very well celebrated name in the Bollywood industry. So the whole purpose behind getting a Bollywood face is the reason that trust factor is supposed to be created. Now Lukson is a new brand. So why will a end user buy from a new brand? So due to that reason, we came up with this tie-up with Vani Kapoor, and that has been very fruitful for us. And in future also, it's going to add on value to our company as a whole. So we just entered into a contract with her before 3 months. We are also doing a Valentine campaign with her. So this basically shows our efforts that Luxon is willing to take for marketing, and this is just the beginning. This collaboration is just to show that the brand is here, and with a target to have 45 stores in the next 2 years, we wish to scale this tie up to the next level. Wherein, as a brand level, we wish to take our creatives from the campaign to movie screens, to theaters, to offline boards, banners, and create a big impact in the offline market and establish our presence. So that way, supply chain is a part and marketing is a different part. Both of them need to be perfect in order to scale a brand. So we are equally focused on both. So as we discussed, we follow omni-channel approach. We started with our own website, then we are on most of the marketplaces, as you can see, including Ajio, Nykaa, Pernias, Pop-Up, Returns, eBay. And here you can see the image of our first store, which is in Pune, Phoenix Market City. It's in Viman Nagar. And across our stores, we also offer customers various benefits. Example, try at home. We get many leads who customers do not want, can't visit the store. So we give them try at home facility. We give them a video call facility. So our purpose is that if anyone is interested in buying lab grown diamond jewelry, Luxon should be their option. And once they come to Luxon, they should not be going to some other brand. So we want to give that wholesome experience, giving a right product at the right price, while maintaining good relations and giving them a very good experience overall. And if we talk about the CSR initiatives that our group company has taken, so we have established a charitable trust, JKSR Charitable Trust, and we have through that we have engaged into multiple CSR campaigns. And the biggest initiative that was taken is we as a group have planted more than 1 lakh tree plantations across Gujarat. So these are just the certain glimpse of it. So this project, this the tree plantation project was more than 35 crores. So this shows our group's commitment towards sustainability, towards giving back to the society, and all these will be communicated in our stores as well to show that Luxon is a legacy brand and it's here to make a mark and to be in the market for a long term. And as Luxon also, in as if you can see the first few images, so Luxon's co-sponsored a marathon that was done in Surat. So this also shows that we are not only here to build a business, we are also here to give back to the society and to make sure that Luxon is recognized as a brand who is also into sustainability, who's also into CSR activities, etc. Yeah, we can move further. So coming to the investors' interest, the financial, the model. So we are keen for the franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated model, and this is the turning point. This, if you see, the approximate area that we need is 500 to 700 square feet. That comes to an average of 600. When the setup cost of the store would be close to 39 lakhs, this would be on actual. So if the actual setup cost of the furniture, etc., comes down to say 35 lakhs, then it will be considered on actual. Franchisee fee being 7.5 lakh, and the initial inventory would be 1.9 crore. So which gets the total investment amount to 2.35 to maximum 2.5 crores. So the game changer here is the gross margins that we offer. So with gold and lab-grown diamond products, we are offering the investors a 35% markdown value, which is highest in the market. And on silver and gold plating vermeil products with lab-grown diamonds, we are offering a staggering 45% markdown margins. So these margins are some which are unheard in the market, and this benefit we are able to provide because of our vertical integration. And also we want to set up our business in such a way that we are in the market for a long term. The investors, the franchisee partners are all happy and satisfied with the offerings that they are getting, and they wish to run and scale the business along with us. So there's where we want to pass on the benefit that we are getting to the investors, and the investors are further able to pass it on to the end users. So, as per a very conservative approach, financial modeling, wherein we have just taken a zero point 0.6 turnaround in the first year, which is very conservative, we are still able to get a payback period of just over 4 years. And over a long term horizon, we expect a IRR of 31%, and which is a staggering figure considering the expectations that we have taken is very minimal benchmark. So our commitment is that we do not want to overcome it and under deliver. So even if you will also be sharing the financial modeling which will help you a bit in understanding how what benchmarks we are taking very conservative benchmarks. These figures are assuming that in the first year we're just doing say 1.2 crore in sale, 1.5 crore in sale, which is just 0.6%, 0.6 times inventory around. So we have considered our benchmarks very low so that whatever we are able to deliver is much more and much better than what the expected rates are. So we expect these payback and these IRRs are the base, the benchmarks that we expect, and will surely go more than that. And as far the agreement and lock-in period goes, the lock-in would be 3 years, and the agreement would be between 5 to 9 years. Yeah. And as far as the locations are concerned, we are more aggressive towards and looking forward to the top malls present in the country on the ground and the first floor, where the diamond and jewelry clusters are there, as well as certain high streets which are very famous, which are very well known for jewelry. So those are a preference, and we also have many locations which we already have in mind, which we are almost about to final. And we have a lot of locations which are just expect, which LOIs are expected to get signed very soon, and 11 out of them are already signed. So this is our team. This is our core team. So first is myself, Anand, and this is just our experience. So Michael Hill, as we said, that it's one of the biggest jewelry companies in Australia and Canada with 350 plus stores. So getting an experience there gives an edge about how does retail work, how the conversion cycle works, how do we maximize our sales. So that got a lot of creative mindset. And our co-founder Vedant, he is not on the call today due to some work. So he is experienced in Grown Brilliance. Grown Brilliance is one of the fastest scaling lab grown jewelry brands in the US. In 3 years' time, they were able to achieve $150 top line goal. So which is phenomenal. And Vedant, having experience from that, he is able to leverage that in the digital needs of the company and how to we successfully generate leads. And coming to our marketing head, Shubham is our marketing head. He has experience in brands like Misho and Eterns, and Misho is one of the fastest scaling brands who was able to become a unicorn. And marketing head, he's an IIM graduate. Then coming to the founder's office, Siddharth is on the call. Siddharth has experience in McKinsey, which is amongst the top financial institutions. And also Viren, who looks after the supply chain, who looks after the back end, and Siddharth looks after the front end. So overall, there's a great balance that is achieved. And coming to our design team, Soumya is the design head. She's experienced in Melora. She's headed a design team in Melora and come up with new designs every week, every 2 weeks after QC, and after having a real time look and feel of the product. Will it look good? Will it not? So we have our experience. And then comes Purnima. So she is the virtual merchandiser, and she's from experienced companies like Bluestone, which has scaled massively over a period of time. So overall, the purpose of showing this team is to know that the team members have a very strong background, and we are here to scale, and we are here to present our mark. And coming from a legacy company like JK Star, if we are entering into any industry, any space, we do not wish to enter at a small scale. So the idea is to go big, go massive, and this is backed by our supply chain benefits that we have, and over a longer period of term, as and when more competition comes in, the price war happens and a lot of other factor kicks in, then how do we differentiate as a brand? So in today's time, any lab grown diamond retailers, there's no story such as growing to retailing. That whole journey that we are doing is done by no other company. So this allows us to create, to communicate a story to the end users and explain to them that why choose Luxon, because of the heritage that we have, because the legacy of building, because of our marketing efforts that we are taking, because of the team that we have and our retail stores, the experience that we are creating, the target audience that we are focusing on. So all these aspects are something that Luxon is constantly working on day by day to make sure that we are able to create a benchmark for ourselves and make sure that we are amongst the top lab grown jewelry retailers in the country. Yeah. So that is a brief about the brand that we are creating. If any questions are
Right.
there,
Thanks
we
so
are
much.
happy to take it.
Wonderful.
Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot,
so much, Anand.
Anand.
And but if we can request everyone, friends, I see some of you have already started to ask questions. So we'll spend the next few minutes to ask any questions that you might have. So we also have, our partner, Mr. Ashish Vora on the call, based out of Bombay, and we have Sujoy, who's part of our team in Mumbai. So they've also shared their contact details. Anyone who wants to get in touch with them, please feel free to do that. And just to quickly recap the business model, we're looking at partners on a franchisee and franchisee operated model. The overall area requirement would be about 600 square feet of carpet space. We are considering leading malls, especially ground floors or as per the jewelry zoning in that particular mall, and are also open for high street locations in the top tier cities. The overall investment stack is close to about 2.35 crores, where the larger quantum of investment goes in the inventory, which is about 1.9, which is transferred to the franchisee at a transferable at a transfer price. And over and above, there's a franchise fees of 7.5 lakhs, along with a capex investment of 39 odd lakhs. The typical margins when you see in a business model like this, because they're vertically integrated company, our margins are comparatively more attractive than any other player in the market in the segment. So between the two categories that we have, our margins overall would range from 35% to about 45 odd percent. So we'll take some questions very quickly, and I don't. Siddharth, or Anand, would you be able to answer these questions? Who between the two?
Either of us,
Answer.
Sonia.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll
sure.
ask Sonia ji.
The words can
I
answer.
think
No
the
worries.
So
I think the first
great.
question that
Ashish,
is
I'll
coming
request
up.
if you want to take these questions. I think these have been
Yeah, I'm
answered,
doing it.
but in
Yeah,
the
sure,
interest of
sure.
everyone, it is better if we
Yeah,
take
there's
these
one
questions
question.
for
Yeah, we want Anand to answer that and Siddharth. So what the question is, how buyback impact franchisee owners, and what will be the base for the buyback? That is first. Second is, what is an average selling price per carat? That is from the B2C sales perspective. And the third one is any store in Gujarat, and what is the sales for first month if there is any store. The other three questions. So we start with the first one, Anand. What is the buyback impact on franchisee?
Yeah.
Am I
So,
audible, Anand? Yeah,
firstly,
yeah.
yeah. So, buyback impact on franchise. Just to give a larger picture, in India, the actual buyback that happens are between 1 to 2% on actual. And in terms of buyback to the franchisee, if the company is getting the product back in terms of buyback from the end user, then as we had as per the plan, every year 15 to 20% replacement stock is something that we would offer. So that means if there are certain SKUs out of say 1,000 piece of inventory, there are 200 SKUs which are not moving, which inventories are dead inventory, which is not being able to churn. So that 15 to 20%, the company Luxon will take it back and replace it with the stock which is in good demand, which type of products are moving there. So those particular inventories which the franchisee holder thinks are not working in this market will be taken back by the company and replaced. So in these, the buyback products that they are getting, those will also count in. and that will not impact the franchisee holder.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I
The
hope
second
that
question is, what is the
yes.
average? Yeah, I think you are on the right. What is the average selling price, Anand, per carat?
So the average selling price with Luxon is 30 to 32,000 rupees per carat, whereas the industry average is between 35 to 50,000 per carat. Various different brands are offering different prices. So the best part about Luxon is that we are able to, the franchisee holder will be able to sell it to the end user at 30 to 32,000 per carat. In that price range also, they are maintaining the 35 and 45% markdown margins.
Margins.
So being for end user, the franchisee holder is giving the maximum minimum price compared to the competitors, so the conversion ratio becomes higher for them as well, and to us as well. We are able to sell it at the best possible price in the market, which gives the end user also the benefit of price as well as the franchisee holder. Because in the market, the market price, if we see brands, the top brands which are there today, their average price is between 40 to 45,000 rupees per carat.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and
And the last one is
we
any.
have that advantage wherein just sorry for this. So
Yeah, yeah.
with time, say 5 years down the line, if the prices further reduce, the market sentiment changes, then we have that capacity and we have that ability to adjust with the market stronger than anyone else. For example, you all must be knowing the brands like Limelight and Okera. These are brands which have a lot of stores. So our B2B brand AVP Star, we supply ready-made jewelry to them. And those they further give it to the franchisee holders, they further give it to the end users. So that whole value chain, that margin proposition that's getting added at every layer, that is getting eliminated. So we are, in terms of adapting to change, adapting to the new techniques, new pricing, we will be able to do it in a much faster way, in a much more impactful way. Whereas giving the franchisee partners the best margin shares that is possible in the market.
Okay,
Yeah, I hope that answers
great.
the second question.
Yeah, that's right. So we are talking about average price of 30, 32, and that will be, for higher solitaires also, or it will be a flat rate?
Yes, yes. It is pretty much a flat rate that we are offering.
Flat rate. That's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Right. The last question I have is, any store in Gujarat,
It's
Anand?
mostly for
And
consumer acquisition. Yeah.
any store in Gujarat you have right
So
now?
we have just entered into a shop and shop partnership with Monsoon, and it's in Ahmedabad, and Monsoon is a 20,000 square feet uh, luxury apparel wear and jewelry wear. Jewelry is a upcoming segment there. So before that, we took a part in a exhibition, a 2 day pop-up exhibition out there. And out there, we experienced good sales. We experienced good numbers and good crowd that came in. So that gave us confidence of expanding there. So currently, the monsoon shop and shop will start in a month. So
Okay.
that is the first venture there.
So we have an
But we are
opportunity to
expecting,
someone to start in Gujarat, right? So Gujarat is a good
yeah,
market.
in Gujarat and cities like say Ahmedabad is the city that we can target to. Now
Okay.
Surat is a city that we can also. So the thing is, we have a base in Surat, so that is there. Rajkot is there, but we are yeah, more positive towards the developed cities in Gujarat like Ahmedabad primarily.
Makes
So
sense.
that is where we are coming with one shop and shop model. Yeah,
Okay.
but we definitely
So
find the
Bharat,
market to be attractive in future.
correct. So Bharat, that's all questions we had on the chat by the,
Right.
uh, you know,
Ashish ji, while you also have handled multiple the jewelry brand, right? And you primarily work in the jewelry segment, right? So how do you see this brand and as an opportunity as compared to the other brands that you may have handled earlier?
see, the biggest advantage, we are talking about here when I am as an investor, I am taking a franchisee of yours, so what is my peace of mind? I'm putting almost 2.4 CR, right? So I need to connect or I need to work with a brand who's strong, muscle power, right? So being a part of a 2,500 crore company, itself says a lot, right? So they're not going to take away your 2.4 CR and just vanish, right? So biggest risk today is of new brands coming and going. So this brand, I don't think that is the motive they've entered this, and I know the brand details. They have a good budget and they want to expand, right? Because with such a high footprint for 30 years and a B2B market where they are supplying jewelry to other brands, with other lab grown brands. So imagine the margins they have with themselves, which they can pass on to the franchisee, right? That is one plus. Second, vertical integration is a big plus in today's time, because with brands who are not vertically integrated, supply chain is a big issue, right? So this is sorted completely for them. Pricing is sorted when you are vertically integrated, right? Plus, you know the designs in advance in the market before the season starts because you are supplying to other brands. Understand? This is a very important point, which many investors miss. When they are evaluating the opportunities, right? And I see added advantage here is they can connect easily to Gen Z, which is a very big market today in India. And the reason is because they are into gold vermil. This segment no one does in India, right? And I think that's a very innovative thought the brand has come. Yes, we have lab grown diamond, brands, but within lab grown, no one does gold vermil. What is a gold vermil? You add on a 92.5 sterling silver, you add a 2.5 micron thickness of gold, 18 karat, right? That's a gold vermil. It looks similar to gold, when you wear it, right? But the price points are much lower. So if someone wants to wear a gold, but not at the actual gold price point, right? This is what people are now slowly moving towards, and this is going to be the best, sell. If I predict this brand, how they will do, and this will be their maximum sale, right? So, and that's the reason you see higher percentages. Franchisee percentage is almost 45% commission, that he's taking home in a gross margin, which other brands are 30% because they're only doing lab growns in pure gold, 14 and 18. But Lukson is also doing this category, and that will add to your top line also, right? And the sales will be higher, right? And the numbers, what we have taken is very minimum. We have taken a zero point 0.6 ratio, inventory to turnover ratio, whereas the industry works on 1 plus, right? So we have, the purpose of taking it at a very low level is even at that level, a franchisee makes money, right? But whereas the industry is towards 1, there's a big gap. We have purposely left this gap out, right? So that the upside is taken by the franchisee, right? So even if at this level it's a profitable venture, then I think it's a good bet. It's a good buy as an investor to put money on this. And the best part is they have locations ready. I don't know how many of you know that. So they have multiple locations ready in multiple cities. Obviously, once you connect with us, we will discuss with you, right? And they've almost signed the LOI, right? So some locations are under fit out. Some, as soon as the investor is found, they will directly sign with the mall. And we need to understand one thing in India, as an investor, you can't go and get a location in a mall. It's only a brand can get a location for you in the mall, right? You can operate as a franchisee, but you can't get a location directly. Malls don't entertain investors directly, right? So in that case, I think finding a location challenge will also reduce a lot. If they are ready to open in the locations what we have in hand today, right? So I think it's a win-win, this brand, and I think they are trying to disrupt, I feel, the lab grown market with the pricing entry, I feel.
That was
Yeah,
the
just to add
main
on,
highlighting
sorry
impact.
to interrupt. Just to add on to what Ashish has to say. So both are Hyderabad, Pune. Both of them have been profitable since the first month itself.
Great.
So just to cover on that side, so there's upside potential that we are seeing. But even though there's a lot of upside there, once we started, we have always seen a uptrend and we have always seen profitability in our stores. So that is also a reason because our margins are higher. That is also a reason why we are able to achieve profitability, being very competitive in the market.
Great.
Right. And also,
Yes.
the best part I found is, your price starts maybe like 4 or 5 thousand rupee, which goes beyond like 3, 4 lakh. Right. So how you position yourself in the market? What is your plan for that? You as a mass, to attract the mass, or you would be focusing on a particular segment? Like how you want to position yourself?
So we want to position ourselves in a mass premium market. We are not only here to cater to the elite 0.1% of the market. We're here to capture the 20% market, which who stay in top metro cities and tier 1, tier 2 cities, especially who are still not very exposed to the diamond jewelry, who can't afford a 10 lakh rupee ring, 10 lakh rupee 1.5 carat ring, which with lab grown diamond it is possible at a price of say 40,000 to 50,000 rupees. So we are catering to that segment who is high on aspiration, who have who are earning their money, hard earned money, who are not in the who are not in a position to buy whatever comes to their mind, who are very conscious buyers, ethical buyers, and sustainability always kicks in. And also a market that we are tapping into and we are witnessing good response to is the gifting market, wherein our 5 to 25,000 rupee products are massively used for gifting. Because in a 10,000 rupee price point, if someone is able to gift a diamond to the other person, then the perceived value of that product is much higher in the mind of the receiver. And on top of
Absolutely.
that, they have the lab certificate, SGL certificate, and IGS certificate. So that is a plus why people are giving Luxon in terms of gifting also. So that is a big market which is also being addressed to. And example now Swarovski, people give Swarovski to the end users. Now at a 15,000 price point where Swarovski is able to offer cubic zircon, which is made of glass. If we are able to offer diamond jewelry at that price with a solitaire based diamond, then we think that there's a vast market which is open to accepting and adopting it, especially the working women who are who are constantly shopping. They are big shopaholics who want to purchase everything now and then, but they don't want to purchase big, high amount products, because then they'll be restricted to the number of products they can buy. So there is where our brand will step in and they'll attract those users. 25 to 45 years of age. That is the premium. That is the main audience, the millennials and the Gen Zs that we are addressing to. And our design language also is as per that target audience only. If you see our product offerings, we do not have any traditional based designs, because that with lab grown diamonds, that is not something we are seeing will grow massively. Because also we need to see that in India, very emotion based market is there. Now someone who's 45, 50, 55 year old who has never heard and seen and recalled the lab grown diamond concept, they want that emotional aspect to be alive. They'll be like, diamond to diamond hota hai, asli to asli hota hai. So that mindset is very difficult to change that mindset in someone. And we are here to make money. We are not here to explain customers that please buy accept lab grown diamond. So we know the target audience 25 to 50, 25 to 40, 45. These people are logical buyers. These people understand and they'll see to it that why am I buying lab grown diamond now instead of buying a 10 lakh rupee natural diamond ring. They'll thinking that I'll buy a 50,000 lab grown ring, which is the exact same product, and invest the 9.5 lakh into say stock markets or other asset classes that will yield me more money over time. So that is a mindset that we are seeing in today's buyers, logical buyers. So that is where we think that we are best suited for.
Right, and apart from this, you also get a 34-year plus legacy, the experience of JK Star Group. That's the prime thing you get, because Luxon is powered by the trusted JK Star Group, which brings decades of experience in diamond manufacturing, trading, and the craftsmanship. Apart from that, you also get as you heard that this. Brand is positioning itself as the everyday affordable fine luxury the jewelry brand. So that is also absolutely well defined. Well, I think we probably have answered almost all the questions, but still, in case if anyone would like to get in touch with us, you can get in touch with the number which has been shared in the chat box. Ashish ji has also
And
shared. Sujoy,
Bharat,
you
there
also
is
please share
one
it once
point.
again, maybe.
Yeah, I already shared. So, Bharat, there is one point I would like to highlight here. The investment we are talking about. I think today, industry is running any lab grown brand you see. Nothing comes below 3.5 CR. Including your capex, right? So we are talking about around 2.3 to 2.4, 2.5 range. Including capex, right? So we are talking about almost 33% lesser investment, right? And with a good inventory turnover ratio, right? So with this, even the investor investment goes down, right? But his turnaround, or you can say the turnover, will be more higher. And I think that is one big plus in today's time with so many brands around. And you, instead of putting a 3.5 CR, you're getting an investment of around 2.3 to 2.5 CR, right? So that's a big plus I see, typically in today's time, right? And I think this brand, we this here to stay for long. And with what Anand, is saying about the brand, we heard him out, right? I think not many brands will compete those who are growers themselves, and manufacturers of jewelry, because most of the brands do a third party jewelry procurement, right? So there the margins shrink, and that is how they further push this jewelry to the franchisee when they sell it. So there is a further margin shrink there as well, or they have to increase the price. They have to do one of these two things, right? So I think this is a very positive point I see, Bharat, from my end.
Right. Thanks so much, sir, for your remarks. So I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much all for joining this webinar today. But still, in case if it's still someone left with any question, I think you can call the number which has been shared in the chat box. We can have a deep dive, separate discussion, answering all your questions. And that will be the best way to, get all your questions answered. So I think that's it for the day. Thanks so much, Anand, for coming here, talking about the brand and the business opportunity. It is indeed a great opportunity, and the overall business which you are offering is absolutely fantastic. Right. Thanks a lot, Siddharth, also for joining us. Thanks, everyone. Krishna sir, Sujoy, RCG for coming in today. I'll see you. So that's it for today. See you tomorrow once again with a new brand, and we'll explore another business opportunity. But before we end, I would really like, in case if Anand would like to share your closing remarks for all the viewers
Yeah,
right now.
sure. Yeah, firstly, thank you everyone for patiently listening to our deck. And as far as whatever we have explained to you all, hope that was very polished and that was a bold move that we are taking into, and hope you all understand why we are proposing the deck we are, what benefits we have, what USPs we have, and why do we think that we'll be able to scale massively, why will be able to hold our strengths. So also we are not looking for franchisee partners. We are looking for a family. So we are here to create long term relations, and that will only be maintained if we are able to pass on that benefit to you guys, and if it's a sustainable model for a longer term. So we are not only here for investments. We are here to create that good bond between the two parties, wherein it becomes a very family type of relation between the two companies. And just to add on, it's not a very relevant thing, but for example, people are JK Star is a 34-year-old company. We have 90% workforce since year 25. So this is just to say that we are being here, what background we come from. It's a very tight background, a very family oriented, very supportive kind of background. And that's what we look forward to when we enter into a partnership with anyone. So yeah, and hope everything else is clear, and anything else then we are here to explain further. Also to mention that the figures that we have taken are very conservative, as Ashish ji also mentioned, 0.6 inventory turnover. But just to mention that at our Pune store right now we are at a rate of 1.2 turnover. So whatever figures are there, so we are currently running on a double speed. So just to this will just give a more confidence that the figures that we have mentioned are very conservative, and we are definitely expected to do much better than that. And we are very confident that in the entire lab-grown jewelry space, we are able to provide the best possible model, the best possible financials to the franchisee holders. And yeah, we are very confident about that and building a brand in the future, and looking forward to partnering with you guys to scale on to that. Thank you so much once again.
Thanks a lot, Anand. Thanks, everyone, for joining. See you. Bye-bye.